The Self-Made Life podcast is a podcast for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. I'm here to inspire small, local, and creative businesses along their journey to success. I'll share behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to run and scale a business, branding tips, and I'll also be chatting with other entrepreneurs to share their stories and what it's like to be self-made. Hello, and welcome back to the Self-Made Life podcast. I'm your host, Ashley from Monarch Design Co. I know that it's been a little bit of a while since I did an episode, but truthfully, the end of the year of 2021 was just insane. Between wrapping up projects, booking new projects, people wanting to launch in 2021, wrapping up final grading and marks for my teaching job, and getting ready for the holidays. It was just absolutely insane. So I did take a little bit of a break unintentionally after Black Friday, but I did record a couple of episodes that will be launching in the coming weeks, but today I wanted to share sort of like a 2021 year in review. So I did write a blog post on this, and every year I do this, and sometimes I post it, sometimes I don't. I got my sister and mom to proofread it, and I don't know, I just didn't end up posting it, but I'm going to share a little bit about that in this episode. So 2021 really felt like, even though it was just 1 year, it felt like 5 years wrapped into one. I just feel like the beginning of the year, so much, there's so much change, there's so much uncertainty. We were, going into a lockdown. There was rolling lockdowns. It was just insane in Ontario. And the beginning of 2021 was really strange. There were, in the beginning of 2021 was when I was really faced with, do I continue with wedding stationery? And I was so dead set on making it happen, making it work with the wedding stationery world. I had a lot of projects booked. We were working in a partnership with another stationery company in Toronto, and had been for a year. And, it was like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole for a really long time. And I just felt like with the other lockdown happening and just, postponements and the heartbreak of, watching our clients go through that, I decided to work on other things. And that kind of led me back into falling in love with branding and web design again. So in February, I signed up for the Design Biz Mastery with Morgan Rapp. It's a 6-month course, and it walks through branding, and just, working with clients, value-based pricing. And I really enjoyed it. I signed up on my birthday, February 25th. And I went through the majority of it, and it was great. I learned so much, and I really enjoyed it. And I just kind of naturally fell out of love with wedding stationery and more in love with branding. And I had seen, the momentum that my branding clients were getting through, doing their branding projects earlier in 2020 or at the end of 2020. And I decided to just really focus on that because, along with postponements with weddings, we were also facing supply chain issues. which I mean, many industries are now. So it was difficult to price ourselves in a profitable spot with working with the partnership and, the rising costs of paper and what have you. So anyways, I will get more into some highlights of 2021. So in 2021, we worked on 42 wedding stationery projects. So that's kind of including anything from wedding invitations to thank you cards to day of stationery. And then we worked on 14 branding projects. We worked on 7 websites. We refreshed our own branding, Monarch Design Co. We pivoted away from wedding stationery. I redid my entire website for Monarch Design Co., which took a couple months because, of course, my clients' work always comes first. I was also working with a brand photographer and a copywriter for the website. So it wasn't just all on me. I was waiting for others and also, managing other projects for my clients. But I'm so happy with how our new website looks and how it is perceived and just how it's really like functioning. Like I feel really aligned with it. And I feel like it's resonating with a lot of people. And then I decided to do something crazy and relaunch this podcast solo. So if you've been with us from the beginning, you would have known that I started this podcast, I believe in 2019, with Megan Butchard and Sydney MacArthur, and life got crazy in 2020 with the pandemic, and all of our priorities changed. So the podcast took a backseat. And, in 2021, it was always on my mind. I wanted to relaunch it. And I decided to, I talked to the other ladies and, mentioned that I wanted to do this and got their blessing and relaunched it solo. So here I am. I also had a gentle nudge from my amazing business coach, Marley. She also has a podcast. I believe it is actually, let me get the name of it. Money, Mindset, and Manifestation podcast. I will link that in the show notes. But it's such a great podcast too. So that's another highlight from 2021. I started working with Marley in August. What else? We grew our team at Monarch Design Co. So we brought on Annie, our social media manager, and she'll also be doing project management. She is over at the Social Aesthetic. Jessie helped us for a couple of months with email marketing. She is from Jessies Edit. And Megan Butchard is helping me with all things Pinterest marketing, and that is Megan Butchard Photography, who you have heard on this podcast. Like a lot of changes kind of happening, still going into 2022. At the end of 2021, I'm a crazy person and decided to do a bunch of interviews, to help bring on some designers, because I've been booking, for 2022 and I need help. I can't do it all myself. And so I am so excited to be bringing on 2 new contract designers, one for branding and one for web design. And I'm excited to kind of introduce them when they start. What else happened? In 2021, I bought a new car. I bought a new car on my own in cash. And, I'm really not a materialistic person. I don't really need fancy things, but, my 2005 Corolla was literally on its last legs. And in the summer of 2021, my grandpa got sick, and I was doing a lot of back and forth, visiting, spending time with family, in and out of the hospital, visiting. And I needed something reliable to get me home to visit family, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So at first I was borrowing my in-laws' car, which, I'm so thankful for, but I needed something reliable on my own. So I ended up buying a new to me Toyota CHR. It's like a hybrid, like crossover. It's not really an SUV, but it's not really a car. It's bigger than a car, but smaller than an SUV. Anyways, I love it. Having a working clock and heated seats is a huge upgrade for me. But yeah, I love it. It has been great. And also in 2021, literally like in the nick of time, I actually hit my first 6-figure year, which if you told me that at the end or at the beginning of 2021, I would not have believed anyone. And, it's just so incredible to see how far, I've kind of brought this little business of mine. And I'm really proud. I'm really proud of how far, I've been able to come and help so many people, help so many entrepreneurs, beautiful couples. And I'm just so grateful. So this year in 2022, I am wanting to double that. Fingers crossed, aim high. But anyways, those are kind of the highlights from 2021. And then I want to share some of the challenges because, I just want to be real with everyone. I experienced burnout a handful of times, and it wasn't great. And it kind of got me into a worse spot, and I needed more time to recharge. I'm now working on, healing my body, healing my hormones, balancing everything. So burnout, yeah, it's not fun. You definitely need to fill your own cup and prioritize yourself in order to help others. So now I am prioritizing rest and relaxation, going to bed at a decent time, getting daily movement, doing my journaling, doing my meditations daily. And I've seen a huge, increase in productivity. And I'm also making it my goal to go for daily walks. It is a little bit cold outside now, though, with January. So I am making it a priority to do some sort of movement. For Christmas, I got some shoes if you know about biking, there's like these special like clip-in shoes. So I got special shoes that I can now ride my husband's Peloton. So I've been doing that, and I've gotten really into Pilates and yoga. So daily movement, really important. Yep, dogs barking in the background. Some other challenges, postponements with weddings were kind of like an ongoing thing. And, it's hard to be like understanding, like I was as understanding as I could be, but it got to the point where, some couples were still able to have a wedding and then they just decided not to. Or, it was just one of those things where it's like, okay, open communication is really necessary so that we could, secure your items, secure your time for design, print, and production. Another thing was dealing with supply chain shortages. So when everything opened up, everything just went bananas. And, with our suppliers, they were still working on a skeleton staff, and even, the mills, the paper mills were still, running short as well. So it all kind of trickled down. And I mean, this isn't anything new. Like, we've seen this with the price of lumber and like skyrocketing and everything. So yeah, we definitely had supply chain issues. The on and off lockdowns was a challenge. And then really just like, I don't know, I found myself having lack of inspiration and content to post on social media. I just felt like that rat race of like, okay, well, these guys are postponing now. Like, what are we going to post? Or, our weddings, like the invitations that we've done for like the past 2 years have been, rolling postponements. And it's like, you feel icky with sharing it, or you can't share it, or it's not even their date because they've postponed. It was just, really, I had a hard time with Instagram. And it's kind of getting easier now that I am phasing out of wedding stationery. But I still get into some ruts, but I am so thankful to have Annie on my team now, helping me, guide me, pushing me to do those reels. Very, very thankful for her. It was a slow start going, and my Instagram account was shadow banned. It was just really strange things happening over there. Okay, I need to take a little break and just share one of our favorite tools, which is Honeybook. So Honeybook is our CRM system, and we really can't live without it. We have been using it for the past almost 4 years, and it's been like life-changing in our business. So from leads that kind of filter through our website form, it kind of populates into a new project for us, and seamlessly we can send proposals, we can schedule calls, we can send over invoices, contracts, brochures. And what I love most about it is it's just so easy on the client end, and we are able to get paid quickly and efficiently. And we're able to keep everything together in one easy and simple to use spot. So if you are looking for a client management system, I highly recommend Honeybook. It has been a total game changer in our business, and I have no doubt that it'll be a total game changer for you too. So if you want to use our exclusive 50% off your first year, you can head over to our website, the monarchdesign.co/resources, and click get 50% off Honeybook and start like utilizing your time better. This thing has literally changed our lives, and I wouldn't be sharing it if I wasn't like raving about it. So definitely give it a try. Let me know what you think. I also wanted to mention they have a setup concierge. So in, I think, your first like week or so, you're able to work with someone directly in Honeybook, and they're able to set up everything for you. They're able to set up your contract, all your files, all your services, your pricing, so that literally when you go to send a proposal or invoice, it is so simple. You can also work with workflows, so you can schedule emails, you can put together workflows so that, like, let's say you are working with a wedding client and, you want to send them a questionnaire or timeline schedule for like 2 weeks before their event. You can definitely send that and put together a workflow so that you're kind of working smarter, not harder. So Honeybook has done more than just save me time. It helps me to get paid quicker and also look really professional when working with my clients. It's easy for them to get the proposal, get the contract, sign the document, and I'm able to get paid quickly and efficiently. So check out Honeybook and go over to our website, themonarchdesign.co/resources, and click on the link, get 50% off Honeybook today. But I am so thankful for her and all her help in growing that and taking that off my plate. walking away from a stationary partnership was also challenging. It felt like a breakup in a way, and I'm still kind of, healing from that, but I'm just so excited for this new direction of Monarch Design Co. And I couldn't have been happier when it happened, and just trusting like the divine timing of everything. And around that time, my grandpa, he got sick, and ended up passing away a few weeks later. So that was really challenging. That actually happened in our busiest month. So I don't know how I survived all of that, but I did, and I miss him, and it's been really tough on my family. I've been spending a lot of time with my grandma. She's very heartbroken still, but, I'm just very thankful that he is no longer suffering, which is the most important thing. And his memories will always be in my heart. So yeah, those were some of the challenges of 2021. Overall, like, there's been immense growth. I invested in myself a ton this year. I took the Design Biz Mastery with Morgan Rapp. I invested in myself through coaching with Marley Rose Harris and one of my clients, Crystal Lee Olson. We, brought on some contract team members, and I've also been investing in my health and well-being. So I think in the fall, I signed on with the Mindful Clinic, which I'm so excited. I'm going to have Jiordana on one of the podcast episodes coming up. But I've been doing a detox program with her, and honestly, like, I've never felt better. Like, I don't even know how I was like functioning before. I just had so much fatigue and brain fog, and since working with her and shifting things, like, it has been a total game changer. I have so much energy. I'm so much more focused. And I'm just getting a lot more done. I've also been doing weekly acupuncture sessions, which I love. Shout out to my girl Nigoyan at May Acupuncture. And then also making myself a priority in the morning. So having a daily morning routine of meditation, journaling, and movement. And I actually have a whole podcast episode on this, which I'll be sharing probably in the following week. But yes, definitely looking forward to sharing that. And let me know if you have a morning routine and what you do in your mornings. I would love to hear. Other than that, I also invested in professional photography with Shannon Belize and Ariana Del Mundo. Rebranded Monarch Design Co., obviously by me, but I also worked with a professional copywriter. Shout out to Kimberly from Creative Campbellville. Social media manager, like I mentioned before, Annie from the Social Aesthetic, coaching, Marley and Crystal Lee, courses, and I also upgraded some equipment. I got a new to me iMac, which I'm recording on this now. I love my MacBook Pro, but I needed something a little bit larger and more powerful, especially with running all the Adobe programs. So that has also been a total game changer for me as well. So yeah, so that was 2021 in a nutshell. Lots of changes, lots of growth. It felt like 5 years wrapped into one. I feel like so many things changed and shifted for the better. And I'm just so excited for all that I have planned for 2022. Well, that's it for today. But I am so excited for everything that I have planned for this year, for the podcast, for Monarch Design Co. And I would love to hear what you have planned for the new year. So please shoot me a comment or DM on Instagram at Self-Made Life Podcast or at Monarch Design Co. Until next time, talk soon. Bye.